The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. KP and the Wizards led from the opening tap to the final buzzer. They hit 16 threes. They averaged 11 made threes a game, so much better in that category. Jalen Brunson went for 32, with Kyle Kuzma 27. And the Wizards end up winning tonight 116-105. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Monica McNutt. So, Monica, for only the second time all season, the Knicks never led in a game. This had a different feel than most because the Knicks didn't get off to a very good start. When they've been playing well, first quarters have really helped their cause. Tonight, they just struggled from the opening tip and pretty much were out of it after that.
The Wizards just looked like a team that was on a mission, and a team that was honestly a little bit fresher. I mean, their last two losses were relatively close games within 10 points, both of those losses, and they just seemed like a team that was desperate to find a win, and they unfortunately found it here on the Garden floor. I mean, they put 6 guys into double figures. They found one another, and you mentioned they shot the three ball prolifically in this ballgame.
So the Wizards finished the game, as I mentioned, with 16 threes. They made 7 threes in the first quarter, led in the first quarter by 15. Lead got up to 17 in the third quarter. Knicks did try to get within single digits a couple times, and they did get within 7 points with 8 minutes to go, but they just couldn't get any closer.
Yeah, it was a struggle tonight, but you admire and you appreciate the fight that got you to 7. A lot of it had to do with getting some fresh legs in the ball game. Emmanuel quickly had a solid ball game. He finished the night with 18 points. He scored, I believe, 10 in the fourth quarter, but he was an integral part of chipping into that lead. He got aggressive. He got to the paint. He obviously hit that shot there from the three-point line. But it was just too much of this guy. And I kind of looked at the box score and said, oh, 27. It felt like he had gone for 40 again because Kuz just got look after look that just favored his game. I mean, you know he's a guy that can score at all 3 levels. Way too many easy looks from behind the arc. And, of course, that backdoor cut you just saw a play ago grates my soul to a degree. But this, quietly, is a little bit of a tricky matchup for the Knicks when you look at it. I mean, you look at Denny Avdia, 6'9", Daniel Gafford, 6'10", Kyle Kuzma, 6'9", and obviously KP at 7'3". At points in the fourth, all 4 of those guys are on the floor together. And so the length sort of really overwhelms the Knicks. It frustrates them. You can see it in Julius Randle's stat line tonight. And so the Wizards played to their strengths. They were on a mission. They've not been very good on the road this year. Tonight they went and they got one. And at points, Pito, even as a hooper, you just kind of put your hand in your face and you're like, can somebody just take the lid off the basket? Because there were looks that we're accustomed to seeing Julius Randle make, unfriendly bounces on the home rim for R.J. Barrett. Like, they just really couldn't buy a basket tonight, and it was just really, really a tough night in terms of trying to find offense.
And of note here, Mitchell Robinson, thumb injury in the first half. Knicks are saying it's a sprained thumb. No report or update on how long they expect him to be out. And that put even more onus on the Knicks on the glass.
Yeah.
We saw more minutes from Hartenstein and Sims. But again, it was Jalen Brunson for the Knicks, boy, 32 points. His 8th straight game with at least 25 points. That is now the 3rd best such run for a Knicks guard in the history of the franchise.
Yeah.
32 again.
He continues to be remarkable. There's nothing you can take away from that. I'm sure, knowing him as we've got to know him this season, he would happily trade his stat line and the history that you just mentioned if this team could get a win tonight. But it was just a tough night all around. Peter, I don't know what else to say. You see him keeping his dribble alive, which he does so well. We talk all the time about how crafty he is in the paint. He's willing to battle through contact, get that ball up high on the glass over taller defenders. I've got no qualms with the way that Jalen played tonight, just collectively as a squad. Just not enough energy. Obviously, the Mitchell Robinson injury doesn't help. You need a force in the paint to help fortify that defense. But tonight, so many struggles offensively, and there's just plenty of that responsibility to share.